All right, Amorim is going to hit to exclude Rasmus Højlund out of the squad of Man United. That's obviously going to be playing against Arsenal today. And I tell you what, it's really huge news in here onto the United Matters channel. And for everyone who has been following this channel, I warned you about this yesterday that he might not obviously showcase in there for you. And I'm obviously going to be letting you know the entire squad that Ruben Amorim is going to hit to put out to pick his 11 that will obviously take on the club of Arsenal. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David remains my name, and it's really nice to see to it that you guys are really continuing to subscribe and you're really growing huge in numbers courtesy of you. This is what we do on a daily. We bring you the latest news and information as far as everything is really concerned. In 30 minutes from now, Match Day Live will obviously be up, and I'll be here to let you know what the game of football is obviously going to be serving us in here as I present to you the starting 11s in there for you. Now, Rasmus Højlund has been dropped by the manager known as Erik ten Hag and Ruben Amorim. Fabrizio says Rasmus Højlund and Man United is definitely over. Højlund won't be part of the Manchester United squad against Arsenal as clubs send clear message pushing for his exit. United open to permanent and also loan deal. Højlund will assess his options. That follows what Laura Whitwell is going to hate to say. Now, Rasmus Højlund is not wanted at Manchester United anymore. After bringing Benjamin Sesko, United told Rasmus that you are not wanted here anymore and you should look for where you're obviously going to be playing up next. And now, as it stands, Rasmus Højlund was like, I'm going to fight for my position. But later on, he got to understand that it's not going to be as he wants it as a player. And he put out such a fight. And he was like, all right, let me obviously look out to go to AC Milan. As he was obviously planning to go to AC Milan, Fulham came up and obviously put in a very huge shift for him. And they are really pushing to obviously sign him. And he's like looking in for a very huge option for he's obviously going to be playing next. And I think he fancies to stay in the Premier League because he doesn't want to go back to Italy. But the question is Fulham willing to meet what United are calling in for? Because United want close to £50 million for the Danish international. And I think sometimes you have to obviously get in that setback, and after getting in that setback, you'll obviously get back to where you deserve to be as a player. And for Rasmus Højlund, I know he can score goals. But the problem at Man United has always going to be that he never had people who could obviously create those chances for him. I believe if he goes to Fulham, he can obviously get those goals in, and he might obviously raise again and see big teams obviously coming in for him. He's not a flop, as very many people are really saying, because if you say Rasmus Højlund is a flop at Man United, then what is Jack Grealish? You know, I can obviously tell you strikers that have been at their club, that have been at their club for 2 seasons, and they haven't gone ahead to net in 20 goals. But Rasmus Højlund, in 2 seasons at Man United, he has netted in close to 20 goals plus, and that's what makes him a special caliber of a player right now at the Manchester United. That's why they're even calling him for £50 million, because he's still young and he still has a high ceiling ahead of him. And it will depend on how high his confidence is and how strong his mentality is to keep on running and going in here to see to it that all goes on well as planned. So we are waiting to see how things will pan out for the man known as Rasmus Højlund, who has obviously gone ahead to impress in the first season. Second season, things never went on as planned for him. But I tell you what, he's that kind of player that I still believe in. And I think he needs to obviously restart elsewhere to see to it that he matches the levels of energies that are being put in for him in the football that he has always gone ahead to play. So the manager has excluded him from the squad of Man United, and most of you might be asking, Rokani, if he's out, how does the squad of Man United look like? And let me obviously throw it on your screen and you really get to know how the squad of Man United looks like. The squad of Man United has Atil Beindir, Diego Dallo, Mazarawi is in, Matas Delit is there, Harry Maguire, Lisandro Martinez, Mason Mount, Bruno Fernandes, or Rasmus Højlund is in here. This is the squad, right? The full squad for Man United this season. But in the game of a side known as Arsenal, he's really out. There is Ahmad, there is Lenny Yoro, there is Casemiro, Mbeumo, Anthony, Tom Heaton, Luke Shaw, Onana, Ugarte, and very many more as they obviously see them there. For Arsenal, you see their side also put out there. So those are the players that are so far registered for both clubs, and we anticipate that the respective managers will obviously come and really pick out their favorites to obviously make the 11 to play at Old Trafford. Even today, Simon Stone, a United correspondent for BBC, has come out and said the following about Andre Onana, that Andre Onana is not expected to start against Arsenal. So it starts again. Are they obviously going to throw him out of the club? That is really the most important question to obviously see today. He's returning from injury. He has been training. And today, I had even put him into my starting 11, in the probable starting 11 for the club of Man United, as we take on a club known as Arsenal. But news coming in through from Old Trafford indicates that he's not obviously going to start, although he's obviously going to be part of the squad of Manchester United, as it takes on the side called Arsenal. For Andre Onana, I think there is a very huge chance that he's obviously going to be staying, because Man City is taking Donnarumma, and I don't know where United will get in a goalkeeper who will obviously come in through and set in there well. The reason as to why Atil Beyenda and Andre Onana are really the perfect pair to obviously keep to be kept here this season is that they've gone ahead to obviously know these defenders. And you know, a goalkeeper has to be having huge communication with his defenders. When bringing a new one, it will take him time to obviously understand what and how these defenders really play in. And however much United is in need of a goalkeeper, I think it might be one of the reasons as to why Amorim will face it rough if he brings in a goalkeeper and he benches all of these ones. Why? The goalkeeping department of Manchester United is the most piled with pressure. If you've been following up this club for a very long time, from the goalkeepers like Peter Schmeichel, you go to Fabian Barthez, Andy Carroll, you go to Tim Howard, you go to Thomas Kuzak, you go to Edwin van der Sar, who came in through and really put in a little bit of stability for some good years. Then when he left, we went back to the same scenario as a player known as David De Gea came in through. And when he came in through, you know what he did. He really put in a very beautiful shift after some 1-2 seasons of suffering, and later became one of the best goalkeepers in United history. That is it. So that's what people should know about the club of Man United and the goalkeeping department. So I would rather keep Onana and Beyenda, and then next season, as we obviously start off the summer transfer window, I buy the goalkeeper that I want. Either Diego Costa, I think he'll be ready on the market because Donnarumma won't be available. So guys, thank you very much for watching. That has been a quick one as we head into the game of Manchester United and a club known as Arsenal. Rasmus Højlund has been dropped by the manager. That is it. If you didn't know, the manager has gone ahead to obviously drop him, and there is nothing close to him appearing in this beautiful game of football. I don't know what your thoughts are about it. Andre Onana said to be dropped. What is the reason? Is it because the manager, is it because the manager wants a new goalkeeper, or is it because he hasn't obviously gone ahead to be fit this entire preseason, and he's like, let me obviously trust Beyenda, who has obviously gone ahead to be part of the team, and the preseason games, he has gone ahead to feature more predominantly in there. So we are going to be coming live to obviously see what your thoughts are about this match day live, and then you let me know how you guys are feeling ahead of this encounter. Man United versus Arsenal, big game comes in here for you, and Rock and David signs out here for now. Waiting a little bit. I'm gonna be back.